Belgium, AP, the European Union has opened a probe into Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the industry leader in video games, out of concern that the $69 billion transaction will hinder fair competition for hit games like Call of Duty. The deal to acquire the California-based game publisher was first revealed by Microsoft, the company behind the Xbox gaming system, in January. However, it has not yet been reviewed by antitrust authorities in the United States, Europe, and other countries. The all-cash transaction would be the biggest in the history of the technology sector if it is approved. The commissioners stated, "We must ensure that opportunities remain for present and potential distributors of PC and console video games, as well as for competing providers of PC operating systems. They must determine whether to accept the deal by March 23, 2023. Who gets to decide on future releases of Activision Blizzard's most well-known titles, particularly the first-person military shooter franchise Call of Duty, is at the center of the conflict." This week, Activision announced that since its October 28 release, Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2 has sold more than $1 billion in total. In a preliminary investigation, the EU discovered possible antitrust problems with video game distribution and restricting access to Microsoft's competitors. Concerned that the proposed acquisition may lessen competition on the market for PC operating systems, the bloc stated. Microsoft stated that it will continue to collaborate with the European Commission on the following steps and to address any legitimate marketplace concerns. Sony, the market leader, claims to be concerned about Call of Duty, but Microsoft has stated that it is dedicated to making the same game available on both Xbox and PlayStation on the same day. "Instead of limiting access to gaming, we want more people to have it. In the nations they represent, we have many employees, thus we will continue to work with the European Commission," Kotick added. He emphasized the most recent approval from Brazil, claiming that the nation's competition authority recognized that we operate in a highly dynamic and competitive market, and that the combination will not affect competition in any manner. Although Saudi Arabia has approved the agreement as well, it is still awaiting significant decisions from the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, as well as the UK and EU authorities. Regulators might set requirements on the gaming agreement that would compel Microsoft to maintain Call of Duty's accessibility for a longer period of time and guarantee that its competitors wouldn't receive a less advanced version. Antitrust authorities in the UK are among those paying attention to Sony's worries. The probe into whether Microsoft may restrict access to Call of Duty and other games to its Xbox platform or otherwise degrade its rivals' access by delaying releases or raising license costs was intensified last month. According to a September assessment from the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, these titles require thousands of game developers and several years to finish, and there are relatively few comparable games of equivalent caliber or popularity.